Well, here's my Perplexus Epic, and I repaired it using ifutureman's tutorial. I'm glad someone was willing to try and rip theirs apart to show the rest of us it can be done. What broke in mine is the ball gets to this point right here at the very top, then it falls all the way down and lands inside a funnel right down at the bottom there. So that little teeny funnel had broken off. It's right at the beginning of this tube right there. It broke off somehow. It was just kicking around on the inside for a couple weeks, and my kids kept bugging me to fix it, so I decided to try. I wanted to show specifically how I hooked mine back together, because this has been working really well. We used 10 nuts and bolts. You can see them all around the edges. There was one hole that was already drilled to begin with. You'll notice that you already have a hole somewhere around here. One of these is an original hole that went all the way through. I just drilled 9 more, tried to space them evenly, and used nuts and bolts. It's great. It's very solid. You can see that getting it apart was difficult. Kind of got scratched up a little bit, and I don't see how I could have possibly avoided that. This was held together so tight, but I just went around slowly and with a screwdriver and just popped it all open. Drilling the holes left a lot of dust or shavings of this blue stuff on the inside, so I had to vacuum it all out, make sure it was all clean on the inside before I put it all back together. And then the nuts and bolts I used were these 440 and 1/2 inch nuts and bolts, and I used a what is this? This is a 1/8, yeah, 1/8 inch drill bit to drill the holes, and it was the perfect size. Let them slide in without much effort. And then what I had to do is I would just hold on to the nut right here on one end while my drill was and I'd run my drill on the other end so that they went on real fast. I was picturing myself having to sit here ratcheting these down, taking forever to do it, but it was really simple. In fact, once I had all the bolts through the holes, the nuts, I had those on in probably 5 minutes. The whole repair, taking it apart, gluing it, putting it all, drilling the holes, and putting it all back together took me about an hour, and I'd kind of thought of the idea with nuts and bolts, and I'm glad that I tried it because now it's a really solid repair. I didn't want to buy a new one. I figured if I bought a new one, it'd just break again. Now I can probably have this apart in 5 minutes. If another piece breaks, we can keep using this thing for a while. So thanks again, ifutureman.